Hi, this is a very belated book tour because some people asked for it, so I don't want to make this video too long. But you've got the Apostolic Fathers. This is like my church fathers bookshelf. We've got like the Paulus pressed one, or no, the Newman pressed ones that just kind of supplement the Shaft series because they don't even have like Prosper of Aquitaine and stuff like that. And some of these, like, I would have put Augustine with Augustine, but it just didn't fit. So they're kind of just put here. We have the Greek, English, Clement of Alexandria, Pedagogus. And then you just got like some various ones. So, like on Pascha, Martyrdom of Perpetuum Felicitas, Gregory Nyssa. A lot of these aren't included in the Shaft volumes. Although I think on the Unity of Christ might be right there, but Cyril's 5 tomes isn't in there. And then we've got I forget what this press is called, but these books, the Fathers of the Church series, got some stuff there. Most of these are commentaries on Genesis because I was going to take a Genesis class. There's Theodoret's commentary as well, but also Cyril's letters. Hippolytus also is not in the Shaft volumes. Philologia, I needed that for a class. Venerable Bede is right there at the end. It's kind of dark and hard to see, but yeah. That's the first shelf. We got the Shaft volumes, decorated with St. Brendan's boat. More Shaft volumes. This is Saint Optatus, Work Against the Donatists. I still need to read that. And right down here is you can't see it, but the Rule of Saint Benedict. Then these are like classics, just a lot of classics. We've got. I kind of tried to organize them chronologically, but then I kind of gave up, and as I got more, and just threw them where there was room. But yeah, like Greek plays and stuff, Aesop's Fables, Thucydides, and keeps going. I haven't read most of these. A lot of these are new, and I'm working through them right now. Canterbury Tales is next on the list. I think I read, I don't know, half of Pense. I gotta finish that. But these are fun. I got another one there. Ivanhoe, ran out of room. I'm reading the Divine Comedy right now. Get a bunch of commentaries. Again, it's like my church fathers shelf with classics too. So a bunch of commentaries, Opus Imperfectum, Theodore Mopsuestia. I don't know why I bought that, but might be interesting. We've got Pelican. I'll be reading Pelican this summer, that's for sure. My senior sem next year is going to be on Newman, so Development of Doctrine, I kind of want to read Pelican. Spirit of Early Christian Thought, that was a fun book to read. Louis Wilkin, I like him. His book, First 1,000 Years, is a very good book. If you're looking to get an overview of church history, that's an actually fantastic book. And I think it comes in audiobook form. And I think that'd be a good one. I've got like two like random encyclopedias on dinosaurs. I've never read these, but I have them, so that's kind of fun. That's this bookshelf. Forgot to mention there's also icons on the bookshelf. This is Saint John Chrysostom, Jesus walking on water, and the resurrection, and then I don't know, random things here, and got some other icons, triptych, Saint Moses. I don't know, kind of fun, and a sheep. Yeah. Moving on to this bookshelf, more icons. My bowls where I put like my watches and wallets when I'm done with them for the day. Here we've got Homer, Odyssey, and Iliad. Some other like random books. I've got Epictetus Discourses. I have the low volumes as well, but for some reason I have this volume as well. Erasmus, Utopia, just kind of great books type thing. He's got Chesterton, collected works. Kind of reading through Heretics right now. It's kind of on a hiatus at the moment, but it's good. Gulliver's Travels, love that book. It's great. C.S. Lewis, that was a free book I got at school. I haven't read it yet, but Kafka, and then Dostoevsky. I just finished Notes from the Underground, so that's there. I've read Crime and Punishment. I need to put Swift with the other Swift book, but Tale of a Tub, Hammer of God, Cry the Beloved Country, and then a Peter Singer book, which was actually surprisingly good. Yeah, I don't know, kind of a weird shelf there, and you can see my dog as well. We've got Aquinas, Summa Contra Gente, Summa Theologiae, Supplementum. Aristotle, kind of weirdly put here, but it was hard finding room. So Aristotle's with Aquinas, which I guess makes sense, but I do have a philosophy section somewhere else. More icons, a bank with my dog's name on it, I don't know. St. Bernard, because this is my medieval shelf. We've got Avicenna, Maimonides, Boethius, John the Scot. I've really enjoyed reading Paraphysion from what I have read. I haven't read it cover to cover by any means, not even close, but what I have read is great. Anselm, Lombard, I'm currently finishing up Lombard, hence why book 4 is not there. And then a lot of St. Bernard. His letters, sermons on Song of Songs have been great. Loving God, Grace and Free Choice. Yeah, good stuff. I used to have another volume that had some of his, like, on conversion, on the steps of humility and pride. Great works, but I actually gave that volume to a friend, so I've read even more St. Bernard than is here, but Bonaventure, I really like Bonaventure. It's like a more scholastic mystic or a less mystical mystic, I don't know. Cloud of Unknowing is a pretty interesting work. Nicholas of Cusa I've really enjoyed. I haven't read this, but the other two, very good. He's absolute genius, and Nicholas of Cusa is kind of on the rise, I hear. In academia, a lot more people are getting into him, which is kind of interesting. And then there's Occam hiding there, just selections. It has the English and Latin, so it has even less Occam in there than its small size would already indicate. But it's a fun read, and I like his Latin's really easy, even easier than Aquinas's, which Aquinas has really easy Latin as well. So down here is a lot of just kind of random books. This was from a local bookstore I just wanted to support. It's like their only book that had any classics, so it's like H.G. Wells, which I didn't even know, but The Invisible Man, apparently they wrote. So we've got Schiller on the aesthetic education of man. I haven't read that yet. I think I might this summer. And then I got like random novels, things like about World War II. These were free that I found. But England, the Titanic, the Catholic Reformation. I am actually interested to read this. I'll probably read this for Newman. Not that it's the same time period, but might be good to read. Death Comes for the Archbishop. That's a good book. The Mighty Fitz. I'm a Michigander after all. I haven't even read this yet. This was a Christmas gift, but Edmund Fitzgerald. Apostles the Bishops. It's a good book, often referenced by Protestants, but I don't know, grain of salt. Like it seems to give into Q source despite being like Catholic scholarship. You know, it's a good read on the topic. Vincent of Lorenz, yeah. Hippolytus and Calixtus. I'm excited to read. I'll read that. That's why it's with my Newman section. Actually, this is my Newman section. That's a good anecdote from church history. What to do with development and canon and criterion. This was recommended to me by a philosophy professor. I've read some of it. Yeah, I haven't even read this. I haven't read a lot of this Newman stuff. I'll be getting to it eventually, but either authored by Newman or kind of on the topic. I've read Essay on Development of Christian Doctrine. Great book. He's a great writer, very persuasive. I'm really excited to read this because it's while he was still Anglican, and
from what I have read already, it's very interesting, very profound, and even more interesting because obviously he eventually walks away from that. But there's Apologia, historical sketches, and then this is actually a critique of Newman. So, yep, that's that shelf. Oh,
And actually in a different room, because there's not enough room in my room. This is my sister's old room. I got my Loeb volume, so I've got Cicero, Virgil, Lucretius, Ovid, Boethius as well. I already have Boethius over there, his Consolation. This also has some other tractates on it, though, so that'll be interesting. I have Fables. I've read some of those in Greek. That's fun. I'm really looking forward to reading Longinus on the Sublime. That's why I bought that volume. I'll probably do that this summer. I don't know how much time I'll have this summer, but Xenophon's Memorabilia, great work. That was really fun to read. Saxus Empiricus, I read too much of, but mostly for class, but I don't know, interesting. Epictetus, yeah, there's his discourses I have, but honestly, I don't really like the Loeb's English translation, so it's kind of nice I have it in a different English translation, and then I also have the Greek text here. Diogenes Laertius, interesting, I guess. Procopius, I haven't read his Secret History, but then I have the Comedies of Aristophanes. I got that at a used bookstore for like $20, so that's kind of cool. I've got Chemnitz's Loki because it wouldn't fit on this shelf, but just some random notebooks. Honestly, I got this for like free. It's supposed to be like some personal growth notebook, but I haven't used it. I've got this purple notebook where I'm slowly copying the Greek text of the New Testament, which is kind of fun. Bibles, an old Latin, like, I don't know, Liber Usualis. Not really a hymnal, but I don't know, interesting. We've got a traditional Roman hymnal, which most of the hymns are still in English, but anyways, these are more devotional works. I've got Thomas A. Kempis, Imitation of Christ. Got a bunch of Kierkegaard. Yeah, I don't know. Not much to say there. Thomas Mern, honestly, not a fan of what I've read, so I kind of stopped reading Thomas Mern. Felt like pseudo-mysticism. I don't know. Just, sorry, Thomas, but you were kind of weird anyways. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of random books. Gerhard, Book of Common Prayer. This is my roommate really liked Tanner Olson, so I bought that, but I haven't really read it. My church's Acolyte Manual. That's kind of fun. Theologia Germanica. I've got Orthodoxy in a nicer copy. I want to read that. Ignatius's Spiritual Exercises. Pensees again, but also the Provincial Letters. Walther. And then some kind of other random books. Kind of like the Lutheran section, I guess. Secondary literature. Widener. I've been looking forward to the rest of Widener coming out, but it doesn't seem like Justin Sinner will get it out. I don't know. Book of Concord, Tricolata, other texts and sources of the... Yeah, I can't really show that, but... Then we've got Chemnitz. I don't have Volume 9 because I didn't really care to buy it, but yeah. Got some random Luther works. I'm probably going to buy his first volume of Disputations, so that's why that gap's there. You got the Kreitzman commentaries. I haven't really used them, to be honest, but then some other commentaries. Yeah, that's this shelf. This is kind of my fun shelf. At least I think so. So I got this painting thrifted for like $5, and it's like a genuine oil from, I think, Germany. Kind of cool, but I don't know. These are just fun books I want to read and kind of pick up whenever I feel like it. Read a little bit. Papacy and the Orthodox. Pretty, I don't know, important work. Got like new perspective on Paul's stuff. Augsburg and Constantinople, Dawn of the Reformation. A friend, this is on my list, urgent list. A friend really wanted me to read this, so once I finish Lombard, that's the next on my list. I've really liked what I've read from this work. I can understand why it's recommended by so many different people. It's really good. Uh, yeah, I don't really know what this book is, but I don't know. Justitia Dei, it gets a lot of crap, but honestly, it's a good work. I haven't read the entire thing, but it makes really good points, really good, I don't know, historical details. It's a good work. Even if I disagree or others disagree, it's a good work. This is an Anglican systematic theology, kind of with my ecclesiology books, I guess. Yeah, it's fun to read. Mother Church, I haven't read that. Carl Braun yet. Short, I'm looking to read that soon. Probably right after Peaporn, actually. Then I've got some other random. I have this Church Continuity and Unity by Henry Byrne-Murdock. I really like Henry Byrne-Murdock because he has a book on the development of the papacy, and it's a very good work. It's very historically detailed, and honestly, from reading it, I couldn't even tell if he was Catholic, Protestant. It was just, I don't want to say unbiased because I get there's always biases, but so I got this other book that he's written, but I haven't read it yet, but I'm looking forward to it because I can't find a copy of the actual papacy book. You can't find it anywhere, but my school library has it. And so other ecclesiology books, Apostolic Succession. I have B.B. Warfield's Counterfeit Miracles. I haven't read it yet. I'm kind of scared to. I don't know if it's going to be really cringe and just secularizing the faith, but I have The Famous Heart, The Venerable, and adorable or adorable. I don't really like saying adorable in terms of religious things, so I say adorable, but that's not really a word. I haven't read it yet, but I have it to eventually read. Pelican's Credo, just a fun book. A commentary on the Shepherd of Hermas. Yeah, I've got this. This was at a thrift store, random Catholic book on the church. Another random book from high school from CPH. Yeah, Regional Faith. That's for a class. It's the only book for that class that wasn't terrible, I guess. And then I've got some other random books I don't know, about metaphysics, I guess, in a Christian context. Okay, I can't put that back with one hand, so I'm just gonna set that down. Same with this. Got Eucharist and church fellowship in the first century. I don't know, just it's a lot of random books in this, but The Doctrine of Grace in the Apostolic Fathers by T.F. Torrance. Honestly, it was a pretty terrible book, but it was short too, so I can't complain that much. I haven't read this, got it thrifted. Same with this, thrifted, $5. This was free. Biblical archaeology. I'm kind of interested in that. I wish there was more early church archaeology on the popular level. I really want to read about archaeology, about the early church, not just biblical times, but Justice and Charity, about Aquinas. That's a fun secondary book. Cooper's True, Good, and the Beautiful. C.S. Lewis. I have the Quran. Haven't read it yet. Looking forward to it, though. Not in a Muslim way, but just looking forward to it. Communist Manifesto. Catechism of the Catholic Church. I got some Asimov. Science fiction. I'm not really into science fiction very much, but he's got some good stuff I liked. And a friend recommended him to me. Especially The Last Question. I haven't read it, which is kind of weird. I should have read it. I've read some Asimov. Why didn't I just read that short story? I don't know. For some reason, I haven't yet. But kind of a Christian or religious ending and profound. I'm not going to spoil it, but so my friend says. Got Bellarmine on the Roman Pontiff, on the church. I don't know. Pretty big apologist, obviously, for Catholicism. Rock and Sand. I don't think I'm ever going to read this, honestly. I bought it years ago, and then I just keep finding out about how terrible it is, so I don't know why I would.
Doctrine and Justification. Some of the essays in this are really interesting. Some of them are kind of boring. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, I don't know. I feel like I have to give him another chance, but I kind of hated when I gave him the first chance. Advanced Bible is this was free. I don't know. Be good. It's like I should read it because it'd probably solidify a lot of Old Testament knowledge. But Bible difficulties, I haven't read. It's kind of the story here. I haven't read them. A lot of the books that are out, it's because I haven't read them. The ones that I've read, and unless they're for reference, like in the last bookshelves, I kind of pack away once I have read them and probably won't read them again. But Cities of God, yeah. Rodney Stark, that was recommended by a prof. And I found it free, so that was cool. Pelican, again, but not his History of Christian Doctrine. Infallibility of the Church, just a really good work by Salmon. Some of it's kind of too polemical and not the best argumentation and anachronistic, It's outdated a bit, but a lot of it's also pretty good. So it's an Anglican author. Aristotle's Children. I think I got this free. No, I got it thrifted. Aristotle Pelican again. This is kind of just random stuff down here. I don't care so much about this. What It Means to Be Protestant. Ortland. I haven't read that. Cooper. Righteousness of One. I haven't read. And Martin Luther on mental health I found free. So, okay. I mean, over here, this is like my languages stuff. Got Latin. You've got Hebrew, which I hate. And then Greek. And this is a mixture of Latin and Greek. I really like the Dunbar and Oaks. They're pretty cheap for being a university press, and some interesting stuff. They don't have that much to choose from, but Maximus's Ambigua, Sophronius's Homilies, just honestly great books. I really like Sophronius, and Maximus is kind of, I don't know, I haven't read enough of him to have an opinion on Maximus yet, but more language stuff. Greek, Hebrew, English, Bible that I don't really use because I have these anyways, but Latin textbook, lexicons, vocabulary, readers, Hebrew textbook, Greek textbook, lexicons, and then we start the philosophy. So we've got Plato. Would have put Aristotle, but I didn't have room, frankly. I got Josephus and Philo. I know Josephus isn't really philosophy, but I don't know. These kind of go together. Plotinus. I love Plotinus, honestly. So great. Kind of textbook for medieval philosophy. Scotus, and then Descartes. We've got more Descartes, barely there. We've got Spinoza, Locke, Leibniz, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Leibniz is, well, my professor was a big Leibniz fan, so I think Leibniz is a bit overrated, but he's fine. Hume, it's a really ugly volume, but it has like all of his work, so. Reed, I don't know. I don't know if it was worth buying a bunch of Reed. It's just Reed, but and then we've got a bunch of Kant. So 2 smaller works of Kant, and then Kant. We've got Hegel. I'm definitely going to read Hegel this summer. We've got Heidegger, and then we've got these 2 books on philosophy of mind. For one was actually edited by one of my professors. This one edited by Dr. Angus Manouge, and then this one is just a collection of essays on philosophy of mind that was for a class, but it's honestly really good. A lot of good stuff in there. And I'm looking forward to getting a book, what's it called? Other Minds. It's about like an octopus and like consciousness. It's a light read. It's not really like philosophy per se. It's kind of mixture. It's popular level philosophy, but I'll probably put that book there. And that kind of wraps it up. I've got Gerhard in a box on the other side of the room, but I don't
think there's any point showing you a box. So this was already too long of a video, so I'm going to end it.